Let's explore all of the design resources that come with your Creative Dashboard. Scrolling down to the right, click on Design Resources. That's going to bring you to that database where you can collect and organize all of the digital resources that you might use for designing and creating. We're going to explore the 3 that are already loaded on here, and then I'll show you how to create a new one. First up, just graph paper or grid design paper. There's a picture here of it, and then there's a file or a PDF file that you can use to print. I do like to include an image on each of these because that will be what shows up as the thumbnail image in the database. Next up is gift tags. So these are a freebie that come with your Creative Dashboard, and they match that theme of the dashboard that you purchased. A couple different ways that you can access these files. So you have a Canva template that you can access and edit. You can also download the PDF, the SVG, or the PNG file version. One reason why you might want to use the Canva version is if there's parts of those gift tags that you want to have appear on every single tag. Like for example, you use the same care instructions on items that you make by hand, then you might want to type it in on the back of the gift card and then have that so it's ready to print each time so that you're not writing it each time by hand. So you click on the Canva link in order to access those. You do have to have that free account. Click Use Template. And there it is. If you're not sure how to navigate Canva, there are some tutorials on the Canva website, and you can also just type anything into the search engine on YouTube, and it comes with a whole wealth of information on tutorials and tips and ways to use Canva. Let's head back to our dashboard. Okay, coming back here, I'm going to go back in and take a look at the next page here, which is the Notion page covers. Now, you've seen this in a different video when we were setting up the craft pages, so I'm not going to go into detail on how to access and edit all of the page covers for your Notion dashboard. However, this is what it looks like here. You would click on that link at the bottom for the PDF, and then that brings you here where there are links to each of those templates. All right, let's take a look at how to make your own new page in this database. So just like all the other databases, you can click New down here in the thumbnail section or New in that blue menu up top. This is the template, so you can change the title. Let's say we want to do instructional videos for sewing. So then you go down and you have these properties. You can choose the craft, you can add files or media, and then you can put a link here. So we're talking about sewing, so I'm going to click on sewing here as the craft. And then at the bottom in the page here, there's a section for an image. Again, that's what's going to show up in your gallery view of your database. So you might want to change that to something that reflects sewing so it's easy to find. Here's a part for notes. And then you can add a web bookmark, upload or embed a file, and then really embed anything. So that might be helpful to have a video actually embedded on this page. So let's say it's a video that you access often. So what you can do is you can come directly to this page and then it will play from that page. Going back to the database, you can see that my new page is showing up there. One thing to note is if you wanted to sort the database or filter it, you have those 2 options here, as well as on the 3-dot menu. You might also want to change what properties are shown on each thumbnail. So for example, right now we have just the name and the URL showing up. So the nice part about having that URL is you can click directly on that without opening up the page in order to access that website. And just like any other database, you can change how the layout looks. So again, it's set to gallery right now. I can show the database title or not. So I toggle that on and off. And then the card preview is just showing that page content. The size of the card is small, so we can make that a little bit larger if we want. And we can also fit the image or not. And those are your design resources and how to use the database.